Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryanta Vande Guru Paramparam. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Bihata Nishacharacham Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. Raman Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhavatu Me Bho Rama Mamuddhara Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidwaram Satgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Hari Om, everyone. We are seeing third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna asked a very direct question to Bhagavan Krishna. He said, Bhagavan, whatever you said in the second chapter, it confused me. Can you please tell me one thing which is good for me? Tadekam vada nishchitya yena shreyo hamapnuya. We have seen until 18th verse, and in these 18 verses, Bhagavan has listed so many reasons why Arjuna should do karma yoga. He said, Tadekam vada nishchitya, right? Tell me only one thing which is good for me. He says, I am telling you that thing. Pay attention. And not only to Arjuna, to all of us, that why we should do karma yoga, or what is a right perspective towards doing different duties in our life. Okay, karma yoga is not another technical concept. No change happens in karma. Whatever things we are doing, that same thing continues. But there is a shift in the bhava, the attitude with which that karma is done. In simple words, Bhagavan said, any duty that comes on our plate, if we just remember this point, the one who has given this is my Bhagavan. The one for whom I am doing this is my Bhagavan. And one who will get it accomplished is my Bhagavan only. So he says, with this bhava, there is so much of freedom in the heart. Right? Whatever it might be, whatever might seem so overwhelming, Bhagavan says that will seem like a very small thing to accomplish. That is the power of this Karma Yoga Buddhi. So how many reasons has Bhagavan given so far to tell Arjuna that how great is Karma Yoga? I could count around 8 to 9. I will share that. You add if you found more. Okay. First reason, I'll not go shloka by shloka so that it doesn't get overwhelming to map reasons and the shlokas. First reason, Bhagavan said, we don't have choice of dropping karma. We cannot remain actionless. That choice we don't have. Not starting, first reason, this was the first reason. We don't have a choice of running away and dropping our duties. Second reason, Bhagavan said, there is also no good that is going to come by not starting anything new. Inaction has no results even at a secular plane. What to talk about spiritual plane? Secular benefit is also not there. Spiritual benefit is also not there. With what? With inaction. Okay. 2 reasons Bhagavan pointed out. Third, he said, this karma is such that it binds us. The moment we get involved in anything, it could be our own duty. There is something in this karma by which we feel we are going deep, deep, and deep. So deep that we cannot come out of it. Provided we do that karma with yajna buddhi. Means with karma yoga buddhi, if somebody does, then you see you will get the benefit of karma, but at the same time, you will not get caught up in karma. Third reason why one should do karma yoga. You don't have to list all of it, just appreciate how the flow of thought is going from first verse until 18th verse. Then Bhagavan said, Arjuna, I'll tell you a secret. This karma yoga buddhi which is there, dissolving our individual preferences, doing something out of a spirit of sacrifice. This I have inherently put in everybody. I have put in you also. I have put in everybody. If you stay tuned to this nature, you will be very happy in life. If possible, you can help others also discover it. Okay, this was the 4th reason, very different from our general way of thinking. Bhagavan says everybody has this karma yoga buddhi in them. Our sadhana is to discover it. 4th reason. 5th one, he said, all of us want success and prosperity at different levels. Right? We want our family to be prosperous. We want our group to be prosperous. Wherever we are part of. So Bhagavan says the secret of that is this karma yoga buddhi. Not only resources, but resources plus this atmosphere where there is parjanya, where that rain is going to come of the desired result, and the productive potential of everybody is harnessed. Therefore, O Arjuna, one should do karma yoga. Now, more mananam we do, more amritam comes out of it. It is not only corporate profit we are talking about. Every individual whom we want to be successful, it could be near and dear one, whoever it is, Bhagavan says you create the right atmosphere, that person will grow on their own. So that is 5th reason Bhagavan pointed out why one should do karma yoga. 6th reason Bhagavan said, Arjuna, this entire creation runs with the spirit of sacrifice. Annad bhavanti bhutani parijanyat anna sambhava. That shloka. Nature runs on the spirit of sacrifice. And every small little aspect, it has this yajna buddhi included in it. If you say that you are going to sing a different song, then you will be off tune with this creation. Music of creation. What is that music? Swaha. Giving our own individual preferences for a total good. Which reason is this? Number 6. 6th one. 7th one, Bhagavan says, if we don't live a life of karma yoga, we will end up in this other category. What is that other category? Aghayuhu indriya ramaha mogham parthasa jivati. Aghayuhu means life will be full of sins. Meaning if somebody is not thinking about others, whom will they think about? Themselves, right? So aghayuhu indriya ramaha. That person will become indulgent. It will not take much time to let go of spirituality, to let go of our reverence for spirituality. Indriya ramaha mogham parthasa jivati. Means he had such a great opportunity. Human body was there. This interest was there to be something good, to be something better. that opportunity has gone away. Lokas indriyaramaha mogam pardasa jivati. That is the last quarter. Then 8th reason, Bhagavan said, Arjuna, the only person who is exempted from this karma yoga is a jnani. One who has trupti, one who has rati, and one who has santushti. First came santushti, then came trupti, then came rati. One who has all these three things in that Atma, that person is free from this injunction of even karma yoga. So Arjuna, we are not there yet. But at the same time, we need to prepare ourselves to get there. So why drop something which is a tool? It is removing the ladder before you have climbed up. This is first you climb and then you think about removing it. 8 reasons. Arjuna, do you still have a doubt why you should act? Arjuna says no. But still Bhagavan says, I'll give more reasons. Okay, so Bhagavan as though is concluding now in the 19th verse. Very beautiful verse. If this verse we can internalize in our life, lot of stress and conflict will go away. Even before coming to Vedanta. Remember, until this point, Vedanta has not started. This is all preparation for Vedanta. How should a sattvic karta be? What is a beautiful ahankara that is given in 19th verse? Tasmadasaktas satatam. Little louder, all of you can chant. Tasmadasaktas satatam. Karyam karma samachara. Asakto hyacharan karma. Paramapnoti purushaha. Arjuna, if you are convinced with all these logical points I gave, 8 different pointers I have given. Therefore, if that is true, then try to accomplish 2 things in your life. What are those 2 things? In whatever action we do, trying to be detached from that action. Tasmad asaktaha, not asaktaha. Asakta means attached. Asakta means detached. Sanskrit and a makes a very big difference. But at the same time, asakta means not disinterested. Somehow or the other he will finish the work. Or not keen about doing it well. He says, no. Asaktaha, but samachara. One who is very diligent, very meticulous, and does everything with heart. Gurudev has a quote, right? Let your mind be where your hands are. Mahatmas, their digested knowledge expresses in the form of these small lines. Even the smallest of the smallest thing, Bhagavan says, samachara. Do it well. One is, don't get too attached. Second is, do it well. Now you see, these 2 things to come together is so difficult. If we do it well, we will get attached. If we say don't get attached, stay detached, we will not do it well. Bhagavan says, there is a chance, there are some people who have accomplished both of these. Now let us see some examples of those who have accomplished both of them. Goswamiji does Mangalacharanam in the beginning of Ramcharitmanas. Somebody asked him, why are you composing this? He says, Swanta Sukhaya Tulasi Raghunatha Gatha. I'm not very concerned about what people think about my composition. This I'm doing it for my Swanta Sukha, to manifest that joy which is in my own heart. At the same time, this is Mukta Sangraha or Asaktaha. Is not too attached to that particular composition. but at the same time, samachara. You see the precision in his chaupais, the type of chandas, even to compose one shloka, right, with chandas, with the meter, is so difficult. I sometimes wonder how our rishis composed like thousands and thousands of shlokas in a particular meter. Meter means there has to be a specific composition of letters. There is Lagu and Guru. That combination you need to have. And every meter will have a different combination. So if you are composing in a particular meter, even if you want to say something, you cannot use that word. We'll have to find some other word to fit in that meter. Imagine the diligence they will have to do for all of that. Somebody like Vidyaranya Swamiji, he composed a text like Panchadashi, but we don't even know who is the author. Means even now, there is a debate whether Vidyaranya Swamiji composed it or his guru, Bharati Tirtha Swamiji, composed it. That is their asangata. Such a great work, not even leaving their signature on that work. But at the same time, if you look at the depth of the ideas which are there, and you wonder, how can somebody think about these things, hair-splitting topics of Vedanta? So there are great Mahatmas from whom we should get inspired. Otherwise, what we find is, we will find one of these qualities. Either somebody will be samachara, or if they are asakta, they will not be samachara. Asakta, they understand it in the wrong way. They feel asakta means disinterested. So I don't have to be samachara. One Mahatmaji was there, to whom one disciple went, and he said, teach me meditation. Disciples, whenever they go to Mahatmas, first thing they want to learn is meditation. And he was in such a hurry that he just, kept his shoes in a very funny way outside, just threw it as though, and then came inside. So this guru said, first you go and keep your shoes in the right place. If you cannot pay attention to objects outside, how are you going to pay attention to thoughts? What is meditation? Making mind as drushya. Right? Like I'm seeing this stand, I'm seeing all of you. Like that, one should be able to make mind as an object. So he said, outside objects, if we are not samachara, we are unable to take care of it, be very diligent. How can we pay attention to this mind? The point is, one we will find. Either you are asakta or you are samachara. To find both is difficult. So what was the student? He might be asakta, but not samachara. Now there are some people who will be samachara, but very, very difficult to be asakta. Means very diligent at work, but will get very easily attached to that work. There is a nice story I had heard about this. There was a sculptor, very beautiful statues he used to make. And his expertise was, if he made a statue, you cannot figure out whether it's a person or a statue. What do they call it? Madame Tussaud, right? Did I pronounce it correctly? I always get that wrong. Madame Tussaud. Like that he would make. So one day he got a news. What was that news? That Yamaraja is sending his dutas to, his name is there on that list. So Yamaraja is sending his dutas. So he said, what should I do now? If Yamaraja comes, dutas come, I have no choice. I'll have to go with them. He said, let me create my same replicas. Okay, so he creates 9 replicas of himself, just like that sculptor. Probably in those days, they had a rule, even Yamaraja's dutas. They come with a noose, they say, right? You can put it only once. Whoever you put, you have to take. You cannot remove it again. So that duta comes and he sees all of them. 9 of them just standing in the same way. If you see those statues, they are like that. The Madame Tussauds one. So lively, you cannot make out if it's a person or a statue. So 9 of them, just like that sculptor standing. So Dutas say, look at their list. He says, his name is there. Whom should we take now? There was one wise Duta, Yamaduta, little bit, wise one. He said, these humans, I know their shortcoming. Let me take care of this. So he went to each of that statue, looked very closely, stood behind. And he said, such a great sculptor. So nicely he has done all 9 of them. Only if the nose of this first one was little smaller, everything would have been good. Now this sculptor, standing there, he takes the first step and says, what do you mean nose is not good? Done. Yamaraja says, this is their weakness. If they are samachara, they cannot be asakta. Mahatmas say, we also have this, different kinds of experiences which come, which as though catch us because of our asakti. Asakti means attachment. One thing we should think about, the thing that we are not attached doesn't bind us. However great that thing could be, if I am not attached to that thing, it doesn't bind us. All of you must have experienced this when you go to a mall, right? 4 members of the family have 4 different corners to go to, right? All different interests are there. One will go to the electronic section. Second will go to some other section. Third will go to some toy section. Now for one person, that second thing towards which they don't have asakti, they have nothing to get bound by. If you get it, they say it's okay. If I don't get it, then also it's okay. But that particular thing which I have asakti, I have asakti is one thing, but that thing has gotten hold of me. That thing decides how the state of my mind will be. This is the independence which asaktaha enjoys. Asaktaha gets bound, asaktaha is freed. But at the same time, he is samacharaha. He is blessed with a calm mind. We cannot be samachara with an agitated mind. Right? Anything you have to do well means mind has to slow down. Even if you have to sing a song in the right swara, right? Mind has to be very diligent to hit that swara. Cooking also the same thing, right? If we have to be samachara, mind has to slow down. Mind has to start paying attention. So both qualities he gets blessed with. Not getting bound, but also very efficient, and mind getting calmer and single-pointed. Arjuna, this is a great blessing. This is the signature of Karma Yoga. Tasmat means final conclusion. What is it said in that verse? Tasmad asaktas satatam. Karyam karma samachara. Whatever I have explained about Karma Yoga, this is the essence. Being diligent without getting attached to it. Now, somebody might say, all this is very good. Being detached. This question keeps coming back over and over again. How can I be detached? Because the moment we start doing something, mind automatically gets caught up with that thing. So there are different layers of ideas, perspectives given by our Shastra. Best way of being detached is to get attached to something higher. If we are attached to people in our family, how do I dissolve that attachment? Say, get attached to the family per se. Accomplish things for the family. That's why in Ramayana you again and again keep hearing Raghukula Riti. Vasishtha ji reminds Bhagavan Rama that you belong to Raghukula. So whatever decisions you take, whatever things you are keeping in mind while interacting with anybody, keep your family as the goal. Another simpler example is, all of us are very proud of our state, right? Wherever we come from. Californians will be proud of California. Other people are proud of their own state. Now that is good. But if you notice, if somebody wins an Olympic medal, when somebody goes outside this country and wins a medal in Olympic, he might be a Californian. But what do we say? United States has won a medal. The point here is attachment to something higher. Attachment to samashti dissolves our attachment to vyashti. Vyashti means individual. Right? So even for individuals in a team or a group, wherever we work, how do I dissolve my attachment towards individuals? Say, get attached to the company. Attached is a very compromised word, but I hope you are getting the purpose of using that word. Right? If somebody thinks about company first, then whatever is their transaction with the individual, it will always be keeping in mind the total company. Right? So that is one perspective. Dissolving attachment by getting attached to something bigger. Second is, we are not attached when we are content from within. Why are we attached to things? Because our joy, our happiness depends upon that particular thing. There are some devotees who say our contentment comes from Bhagavan. Right? Some higher source of contentment, where inside the heart is full, then outside that attachment should go down. We can be more objective about things when that attachment is less, or when inner contentment is more, outer attachment is less. Okay, more we have to reflect for ourselves, because this verse has to sink in our life. Asakto hyacharan karma paramapnoti purushaha. One who is able to live in this world and act in this way, that person will come to accomplish that supreme goal, Arjuna, which is what I had promised to you in 2nd chapter. Having attained which, nothing else remains to be attained. Having attained which, you will never get deluded again. Such kind of permanent result I had promised. That result you will attain by walking this path. First verse until 18th verse is one topic, salient features of Karma Yoga. Now Bhagavan takes another very important and beautiful topic, that is of Loka Sangraha. Says, Arjuna, you have to keep acting in this world with Karma Yoga Buddhi, because you fall under some special category. So what is that category? You are a Shreshta Purusha. People look up to you as a role model. So whatever you do will have a lot of impact on the society. So that topic of Loka Sangraha, Bhagavan takes from 20th verse. Let us see what it is. Karmanaiva hi samsiddhim asthita janakadayah Loka sangrahamevapi sampashyan kartumarhasi. Okay. Now Bhagavan is saying here, human beings have a very interesting quality, a very peculiar quality they have. What is it? The quality of emulating. Subconsciously, unknowingly, we create role models. And whoever we have created as our role model, we start imitating them. And you'll see this, even in families, you will see. If parents are into reading, very voracious readers, children will also develop this habit of reading. If parents are into hiking or biking, outdoor activity, that interest will come to children unknowingly. And all of us have seen in our own lives, grandparents. If you remember them, so many things will come from the life that they lived, the kind of discipline that they had, doing their sadhanas on time, or whatever those qualities are. Point is, whoever we revere, their qualities we start emulating. So Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, you can use this tendency of human beings in a positive way. If you set the right example, whoever reveres you, they will start following the right example. They will start doing the right things. You don't have to again put forth effort to change this world. This is Bhagavan Krishna's way of looking at it. He says, world doesn't change by preaching. World doesn't change by telling others to change. World, you can make it smaller. You can say family. Whatever things we want to accomplish in our own family, Bhagavan says we should start living that, not worrying about whether or not others will start emulating it. Bhagavan says natural tendency of humans is to emulate. They will do it no matter what. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji has a very precise definition of Loka Sangraha. Loka Sangraha, he doesn't translate it directly as social service. It's very subtle. Loka Sangraha, he says, Lokasya Unmarga Pravritti Nivaranam Loka Sangraha. Unmarga Pravritti means tendency to go on the wrong path. If our conduct can show a new direction, if our conduct can stop somebody from going on the wrong path, Bhagavan says that is the greatest contribution to the society. Lokasya unmarga pravritti nivaranam. Okay. Now, simple example for this. All of us know being punctual is a good quality. Right? Mind needs a lot of discipline to do things on time. One of the main reasons of stress is procrastination. Right? Whatever is our deadline, it will come so close that it will start stressing us out. So punctuality is a good quality, great virtue to have. And let us say we are in a leadership position. We have people who look up to us. And the leader himself comes late. He sets a meeting at 10 o'clock and shows up at 10:15. Now others, they will not have this urge to be on time. Rather, they will feel like being on time is something not necessary. It's okay to be late because my leader only comes late. So gradually what will happen is all the team members who are there, they will go on unmarga pravritti. Unmarga means tendency to go on the wrong path. Right? Now that leader might have a valid point. He stays late on weekends. He stays after 5 o'clock. All those things might be there, which others might not notice. But if he has to give the right message, if he has to do Loka Sangraha, Bhagavan says that can be done by setting the right example. He comes on time, he doesn't have to tell others to come on time. This is one thing. Second is, we have some desire or some hope that, our near and dear ones, children who are there, they should be doing some sadhana. They should be happy in their life. They should have depth in their personality. Physical body, we need exercise, right, to keep it fit. Mind also needs exercise to have depth and to be happy, which we otherwise call as sadhana. That sadhana, everybody thinks, people in our family should do. So what is Bhagavan Krishna's solution for Loka Sangraha? If that is our goal, Bhagavan says, set the right example. Let us start doing some sadhana by keeping some very disciplined measures. Simple one is no breakfast without morning sadhana. Doesn't matter how long it takes. I will finish my meetings and other things also if it has to. But without that small little sadhana, which I'm doing, I will not eat. You see, that will impact in a much deeper way than us telling somebody else, you should do sadhana. In a family setting. Means Bhagavan Krishna's analysis is very, very precise. This is Loka Sangraha is just Unmarga Pravritti Nivarana. If we don't do sadhana, what will, people who are looking up to us feel? Yeah, there is no need to do anything. Whatever we are doing in our secular world, that itself is sufficient. Right? So that thought, if we have to remove, Bhagavan says, start doing Loka Sangraha in this way. A particular situation, how did we respond to? Even that gets noticed in a family, and children notice it even more. When it was a difficult time, stressful time, how did we resolve that particular, situation? Bhagavan says, if we set the right example, we don't have to give separate teaching. That is this Loka Sangraha. And last one, of course, it's more about different types of value systems that we inculcate. One example I will share, but more we can reflect on our own. How do we take care of elders? Right? Our attitude, our bhava towards elders, we don't have to preach it. It is learned through this observation. Puja Guruji shared a very beautiful story once. He said there was a man who studied in a village. Father worked very hard, to raise him. They moved to a city and of course got more sophisticated, living in that city and everything. He said, Dad, there are a lot of people who keep coming over here. There is one small outhouse that I have made. I think you should go and stay there. Dad said, okay, wherever you say, I will live. But he said, if I need something, then what should I do? I'll give you a bell. Okay, you ring it twice, I will come. So he gave his father this bell and then he kept him in that outhouse. And whenever the father needed something, he would ring. This person would come and give whatever he needed. But one day he realized this bell did not ring. So he, just went and saw inside. Father was there, but bell was not there. He said, Father, you didn't need anything today. Where is the bell? He said, yes, I was also looking for it since morning. This bell is missing. Where has it gone? So he went inside. His small boy was there, young boy. He was playing with that bell, ting, ting, ting. He said, why did you bring it from inside? He said, Father, I'm keeping it safely for you. Because later you will need this. I want to make sure that I have kept this bell for you. So Guruji said, we don't have to preach how to have a healthy society, how to have love in the family. So just set the right example, you will learn the right lessons. All this falls under Loka Sangraha. Loka Sangraha doesn't only mean doing some physical act outside. That is one part of it. But more Loka Sangraha is at this smaller levels. Okay. Now what does the verse say? Karmanaivahi samsiddhyam. Arjuna, you wanted to get that samsiddhi, right? You wanted to attain that supreme most goal of life. That absolute truth you wanted to attain. Your role models have attained that same truth by walking the path of Karma Yoga. Now, who was Arjuna? A warrior, householder, somebody who is very, very skilled and who is amidst all luxuries. Royal prince. All these four things, Bhagavan is finding the right example for him. He says, who is he? Asthita Janakadaya. Great people like Raja Janaka, they have lived this life of Karma Yoga. They went on to accomplish the supreme most knowledge. Now, who was Raja Janaka? You have to read Ramcharitmanas. This one line will not open up if we just say Asthita Janakadaya, right? What were the qualities which were there in Raja Janaka? His leaf, on which the food was served, was made of gems. And the pins which were connecting those leaves were made of gold. But he doesn't hesitate to wash the feet of everybody who has come in that wedding procession. Such kind of humility. He says there is no conflict between prosperity and Brahmajnanam. Arjuna is thinking that I have to drop everything and go somewhere and then I will get this Brahmajnanam. Bhagavan is giving that example of somebody who has lived a dharmic life, done Karma Yoga, but not with his own understanding, with the way that Bhagavan has given him, and achieved that same goal. The speech that Janak Maharaj gives after Sitaji's Vivaha. So much of Dhanam he gave, right? To Dashrath Maharaj, to everybody who came, but the humility with which he gave it. He says, Dashrath Maharaj, I know that you don't need anything, but I'm so grateful that you accepted it. Right? So that quality of humility. Asaktaha samachara, what we saw in the previous verse. Whatever dhanam he is giving, he is not even concerned how Dashrath Maharaj is using it. Dashrath Maharaj just gives it away to everybody who is there along with him. But at the same time, samachara. We saw that portion, right? When they have to go back to Ayodhya, he makes a mark where all they had stopped on their way to Mithila Nagari. From Ayodhya to Mithila, wherever they had stopped, all those places he sent supplies ahead of time. He said they'll need all these things. Let them be having a comfortable journey back. So how a Karma Yogi is, those things are seen in Ramcharitmanas, in particular for Janak Maharaj. And the last point Goswamiji mentioned there was Yatha Raja Tatha Praja. He started description of Mithila Nagari from the children of Mithila Nagari. You remember that portion where Bhagavan goes to see Mithila, and then all children, they're so innocent. They go and touch Bhagavan, want him to see this mandapam. Then he spoke about Sakhis in Mithila Nagari. Then he spoke about all other people, how they left everything and then ran to see Bhagavan's darshan. He spoke about the messengers of Mithila Nagari. See, all this part of Loka Sangraha. If Raja is Karma Yogi, Raja is Bhakta, his Praja also became that way. And last year even pointed out the servers in Mithila Nagari when they have that elaborate banquet. He said everybody made their guests feel very welcomed. Ayodhya Vasis did not want to leave. Almost for a month they stayed there. One day more, like this, something or the other would happen. And they ended up staying there for so long. Now this is a desired result, but how did Janak Maharaj accomplish it? Karmanaivahi samsiddhim asthita janakadaya. Did he get bound by that karma? No. He went on to get that supreme most Brahmajnana. He says in the beginning only, right? When he sees Bhagavan for the first time, if my mind is going towards them, they have to be Brahma. I have so much confidence on my mind, it doesn't go anywhere except for Brahma. Such great was Janak Maharaj. His example Bhagavan gives here. Arjuna's role model, one who can appeal to Arjuna very much. On a side note, Janaka is a title. Janaka was not only one person. Whoever became king of Mithila Nagari was called as Janaka. And because everybody was Brahmajnani, 21 generations, starting from Raja Nimi, all of them were Brahmajnanis. They were called as Videha, one who has risen above body identification. And that's why you will see one Janak Maharaj who becomes student of Ashtavakraji. You will see one Janak Maharaj who is Guru of Shukdevji. And then you will see one Janak Maharaj who is over here, in Sitaji's wedding and doing everything. But all of them emulated the same qualities. Okay. Loka Sangraha mevapi sampashyan kartum arhasi. Arjuna, even keeping this Loka Sangraha in mind, keeping this point in mind that we get emulated in life. Others emulate us, those who look up to us. And there are several people, no matter at what stage of life we are, who will keep looking up to us. In a family, children will look up to parents. Employees will look up to their leader. They might not say it, but still they will emulate it. Keeping that in mind, you should do Karma Yoga. Loka Sangraha mevapi sampashyan kartum arhasi. Okay. Now this topic, Bhagavan will elaborate more. Next verse is very popular. Gurudev would make everybody repeat this verse thrice. Yadyada charati shreshtaha. We'll just stand that verse. You won't see the meaning of it. And we'll continue next time. Yadyada charati shreshtaha. Tattadevetaro janaha. Sayat pramanam kurute. Lokastadanu vartate. We'll see this verse in the next session. There are some very important announcements, a lot of things coming up in terms of events. So please do stay back. And I'm also very happy to see all of you in person. You kept up your word of at least coming for one class in person. Thank you so much. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Hari Om Sohamji. Hari Om everyone. As Sohamji mentioned that we just celebrated our Mahashivratri on past Tuesday, and we had about 140, 150 people in ashram, and it was so delighting to see everybody come together, celebrate, observe the puja of Bhagavan Jagdishwara. And there were a lot of sevaks involved in the hall, in the dining hall, for kitchen help and all that. So just seeing that together after a couple of years, 2 years of hiatus, it was a very refreshing and delighting feeling. So as Sohamji mentioned, our lectures are now open for in-person. If you'd like to come and attend anytime, you don't have to sign up anywhere or anything. You just come and show up. We will require that you wear mask indoor, so please continue to do so and respect that guideline, please. But otherwise, we are looking forward to seeing everyone in ashram. In terms of upcoming events, we will be celebrating, I will be observing Geeta Jayanti, Geeta Chanting Yajna on March 19th, on Saturday. And just now we chanted the verse, Yad Yad Acharati Shreshtaha. You can be that example for everybody else. If you haven't signed up, there is still time to prepare. There is an easier category if you are not into memorizing verses. There is a reading category for adults, and but as part of that, the memorizing part is still there, where you explain the meaning of one verse. There are 5 verses. One of them will be randomly selected, and you will be asked to speak on it for 3 minutes. And the judges will measure, have you captured the points? Those verses, the commentary you can read from the Holy Geeta book or Sohamji's lectures. So I encourage everyone to participate together as a family for the Geeta chanting yajna. We are also very delighted to say, we shared this on Mahashivratri Day, that Swami Ishwaranandji from LA, Chinmaya Mission LA, will be visiting San Jose. Swamiji has been very close. Of course, geographically, he is very close also, but he has always remained a guiding force for us, for everything that we have done. Swamiji came, he was the first one when we inaugurated our Sandipani Ashram, new ashram in Clayton. He stayed, he attended all the yajnas, homa, he came just for that. And he has been coming every year, even when we were in Park Avenue, when we had Swami Bodhatmananji, Swamiji used to come, and they used to exchange places. So Swamiji will again, he's looking forward to be here from March 20 to March 27th. And we have a lot of very interesting sessions planned. So Swamiji's morning classes, we will begin Swamiji's yajna with Sunday, March 20th evening. And in the evening, Swamiji will take selected verses from Shivananda Lahiri. It's a beautiful composition by Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji. We just did puja, and we'll again get time to revel in Bhagavan's glory, for this month. So this evening lecture is in person only. There is no broadcast, no Zoom, nothing available. So if you want to listen to this talk, we encourage you to come to ashram and attend this in person. So those lectures will be 8 to 9. After 7 o'clock, carpool lane opens up. So we kept it that way so that you don't get stuck in traffic. In the morning, Swamiji, from Monday morning on March 21st, Swamiji will take selected portions about meditation from different places in Upanishads, and this will be hybrid. So we encourage you to come and attend this in person as well, but we understand that if you have to drop children, if you have work commitments, then it may not be possible for everyone to come. So this portion has been kept hybrid, and it will be broadcast on our CMSD YouTube channel. There are 2 special sessions on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday session which is not listed here, but I'll just verbally speak. If you have a child in 11th or 12th grade, then or a chick, then Swamiji will have a session just for them, without the teachers, without any parents in the hall, so that these students and chicks can ask any question to Swamiji. So more information about the information about that will be shared with chick audience. We will keep that on the website as well, and the 11th and grade Bal Vihar teachers. It has been shared. So if you know someone, you can ask them to contact their Bal Vihar teachers for more information, or chicks, one of the chicks. They can write to chick@cmsa.org. The other special session, as you see, Swamiji will take on Sunday, March 27th. This will be open to public. Of course, all lectures are open to public, but this will again be in person only. And it's a satsang on healthy mind, healthy life. So Swamiji will speak on this topic, especially, after 2 years, how do we transition, to come out and embrace the world? So far we were embracing the 4 walls of our homes, but how do we get ready for this? So Swamiji will address that, and it's open. Everybody is invited. We welcome you to attend that session in person as well. On Shivratri Day, we mentioned that just like we celebrated Ram Navami last year, we would like to celebrate it this year as well. And we will open it up for more people to sign up. So I invite Shivang to share, how that process will work, and you will receive a follow-up email with more information. Shivang.
Hari Om. I invoke Bhagwan's grace and Gurudev's blessings, and I wish you are safe and healthy. Gratitude to Brahmachari Sohamji for the class, and thank you to Brahmachari ji for an excellent and inspiring example of Sant Tulsidas ji's Mangalacharan. I think this will act as a natural pivot for today's announcement. So, as you all may be knowing, Sri Ramanavami is coming closer, and at Chinmaya Mission San Jose, we are celebrating Ramanavami by taking Hari Nam using Navadivas Parayanam of Sant Tulsidas ji's composed Sri Ramcharitmanas from April 1st Friday to April 9th Sunday, which will lead up to Ramanavami on April 10th. So under the guidance of our Priya Brahmachari Sohamji, we have arranged 9 days of Parayan, and everyone is warmly welcome to immerse in singing glories of Bhagavan, Bhagavan's birth in our own hearts. As far as the format is concerned, Parayan will be in the hybrid format. There will be chanters who will lead the Parayan, and those who would like to lead the chanting can sign up. The Google sign up spreadsheet will be shared in the chat and also via email. The sign up sheet will remain open for signing up till March 15th, Tuesday, midnight. After that, if more slots are available for chanting, then we will open it for more signups after March 15th. And we also encourage all the chanters to come in person if possible. So the schedule is going to be, the Parayan will begin on April 1st and conclude on April 9th. Chanting will be twice a day except the last day on April 9th. The timings will be in the morning 6:30 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. and in the evenings during weekdays, which is April 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and weekend April 2 and 3, that is Saturday, Sunday, 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. followed by the dinner prasad, and concluding April 9th, timing will be 8 a.m. up to 12:30 p.m., which will be again followed by lunch prasad. So again, we welcome everyone to sign up, whoever wants to lead the chanting, and welcome everyone to come join this celebration of Ramanavami, and hope to see everyone there. Thank you for opportunity. Thank you. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Just a quick clarification, Shivang. Thank you for the wonderful announcement and sharing the sheet. Based on the questions we have seen, so the evening chanting is in person only. That means if you sign up to chant the portion of Ramayana, you'll be required to come to ashram. It will be on YouTube for others to listen, but the chanting part, if you want to sign up, you'll have to come to ashram. The morning chanting part, it will be hybrid. Either you can choose to come to ashram or you can chant remotely online. So just make a note of that in addition to the timings and other things Shivang mentioned. The other thing, there are certain slots which says reserved. So those are reserved. That means do not take it. There is plans being made, discussions being happening on how to arrange those slots. So do not edit those and sign up only for one slot till March 15, as Shivang mentioned. And if we still have slots available, we'll open it up after March 15 and invite you to sign up for another slot. The reason for doing that is, as you saw in Mahashivratri day, we had 40 or 45 chanters doing Akhanda Nama Japa throughout the day. So for 15 minutes each. And the idea of doing Raman Parayanam in this way is the same. We want maximum number of people to come and chant, to make this a seamless experience. So please make a note of that. We'll follow up, and this information will be then in an email. Thank you. Sheetalji, come for another big announcement.
Hari Om Sohamji. Thank you, Jignesh Bhai. Hari Om to everybody. We are just so excited that we've been given this opportunity to continue the announcement of the a great event that our mission does, and that's Om Run. Om Run is back this year in person. So we want to just share with you our delight. And I think I'll let Prasad take over from here.
So for the last 2 years, we haven't had a Om Run, which is really sad. I really, really enjoyed Om Run, which I'll get into some points why I did love Om Run a little bit later. But we're really excited to announce that it is coming back for 2022.
So, as we can see on the slideshow here, it is going to be on a Sunday, April 24th. So not much time to go. And the registration was already started on Mahashivratri Day. So if you have not signed up, please do, because this is one event that has really anchored our family to Chinmaya Mission. Lot of events anchor us over with the mission here, but this was one of the first ones that really made us feel Chinmaya Mission as our family here in San Jose. Coming from Sacramento, which was a very, very small community, to here, it is very overwhelming. And the open-mindedness, the fact that mind over matter, how to practice that, Hanish and I actually just learned during the Om Run training. So we're very happy with how the whole event goes. From 2016, when I avoided all the tables on registering for Om Run, we avoided, so I know all the excuses that are possible to not sign up for Om Run. To right now having this opportunity to announce for Om Run and participated in the past to do all the registrations or help with the registrations. So it is a wonderful event, very close to our heart, our family's heart. And I just want to reiterate again, it's going to be here in San Jose. We've been closed on lockdown for the past 2 years. This is one great event that we can participate with, this a satsang, we can call it, for ourselves, for our elders. We really need to be out there, and also for our children. So we have a little slideshow. I don't know whether I can share that in here. Is that possible?
I can make you the co-host. Now you can share it.
Okay. So let's see. Are we able to? I've also shared the slides with Sriniji and Shankarji. I wonder if they're able to share. I think I'm not able to share this right now.
Sriniji, Shankarji, are you able to share?
Yeah, 1 second. I mean,
Sure.
got the email just now. Let me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. So, just a few points on Om Run. The registration is on. Please don't wait. We've already lost 1 week of registration. We've got 3.5 weeks, very short weeks. And if you are listening to this right now, please go ahead to cmsj.org to schedule, to register yourselves. All the county precautions will be taken. So for that reason, the registration is also very limited. Please don't lose out on the event. Here, I'm going to pass over to Prasad to explain what we're seeing in the pictures here.
So in the top left, you can see my grandpa, and basically the first run, my grandpa was going to go take me and, make sure that I didn't go anywhere else, but I was kind of like making him start running with me. He wouldn't run, but yeah. And then as you can see on the bottom, I have a few friends who I saw there. It was really, really fun to get together and see them. And the food was, oh my God, the food was like, for me, the best part probably. I love the food so much.
What do you have?
So the really fun mela, there's some chana bhatura and puri and chutneys and all the good stuff there. So good. After you run, you can get some food. You can see on the right, that's another one of my friends, and you can see on the napkin we have some snacks. This was the Om Run training. I don't know if we have it this year, but it was Om Run training for the past whatever year it was. We would get up and we'd do running every Saturday, and that really helped me train for the 5K, which I did. And in the middle, you can see a bunch of fun games and activities. There's a bunch of inflatables, and just a bunch of different things to do. So if you're a kid and you love anything like this, definitely recommend. It's so fun. There's so many things you can do if you are done with running. So yeah.
Thank you. And then going on to, I think there is an option to train if you'd like to train yourself. I remember the first time that Hanish and I wanted to sign up for 5K. We had never walked 5 kilometers before. We'd never run. And within 5 minutes, the coaches, Prasannaji and Rangaji, signed us up for half a marathon. They say if we've never run before, then we would need to do half marathon. I'm not sure how they got to that, but they had more faith in us than we did. They asked us to trust this training, trust the system. We did, and a few months later, we were able to do the run. So if you are wanting to get into shape, if you're already in shape and do more, please do sign up for Om Run. There is a tick in there to kind of, if you wanted any mentors or any training for that. Otherwise, please join us for a fun event in person at Vasona Park on April 24th, Sunday, and hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheetalji and Prasad. You know, one of the Unmarga Pravritti is not taking care of our physical health. So if we can inspire ourselves and also our friends to do this, encourage all of you to do that. So you register and try to bring at least 3 more families with you, right? 3 families we have as our friends who will sign up if we tell them. So encourage all of you to do that. I did notice that the chat is not on, although Shivang said the link will be shared. So please look out for the email. It will come out, and then all of you can register for Parayanam. The reason we did it this early is you have time to practice. Even if you are not very familiar with Chaupais, sign up for a small portion, sit down with your family, practice it, and all of you can come and chant as a family also. 1 month you have to practice. Okay, Hari Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om.